Hi everybody. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm back. If you have not noticed, I have been gone for I think about a month. Yeah, I took a little break after New Year's cuz I was like, let me slide into the next year, you know what I'm saying? Let me not hop skip right in. Let me just take a little break. And just, I guess I really needed, you know how when you step into like the pool, like some people would jump in the water? I needed to hang out on the steps for a bit and reflect on what the goal of this year would be, right? What am I intending for this new year? Who am I? Who am I about to be? What role am I about to step in? So yeah, break's over. I'm back with some clarity, with some decisiveness. Okay, I feel motivated. I feel optimistic. And look, let me tell you, today is a beautiful day. I woke up, it was sunny. Okay, it was sunny out, so I opened the blinds. So yeah, that's me. I'm just in a great mood. The break was necessary, okay? Like sometimes you really need to recharge. I'm one of those people, I have to take time to recharge. And last year, let me tell you, I was hitting the ground running every day. So, yeah. I think I'm moving into like my soft girl era, whatever that is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, enough rambling about me. I'm back and I decided I would start the new year off with a request. I'm so sorry, I forgot who requested it because I should start writing them down and just leaving them down here. But basically, we are going to be doing what type of hero are you? Like, who are you as a hero? I thought this would be a great pairing to the last video. Well, it wasn't the last video I did, but the one I did. First I did, are you the hero or the villain? Then I did a little spin-off and did, what type of villain are you? And so now we're doing the hero. So yeah, this is like a part 3. I think I remember how, but I'm basically going to put the link to those videos up so that you can watch those too if you're interested in that, if you haven't watched those. Anyway, yeah, we're going to see on the flip, what type of hero are you? Or if you're, maybe you weren't a villain at all, right? But anyway, do I have any announcements other than that? No. Nope, I don't think so. I'm rambling. So anyway, let's just get right into the groups. I decided to do 4 groups instead of my usual 3 because I think I did 4 groups for the other ones as well. So yeah, 4 groups. Group 1 is going to be this bronze wheel. I think this is bronze. Okay, group 3 is going to be the bronze wheel. I mean, shoot, group 1. I'm so sorry. My nerves are getting the better of me, I haven't, oh my God, I haven't done this in a minute. Group 1, the bronze wheel. Group 2, the clear quartz, the holographic clear quartz. Group 2. Group 3 is going to be the silver cross with the little man on it, okay? Silver cross, group 3. And then group 4 is going to be the seashell, okay? The crinkly seashell. Alright, so as always, I will have a picture inserted here so that you can pause the video and meditate on which group you belong to. Alright, and then all the timestamps for each group will be in the description box below. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side. Hi, group 1. You have chosen the bronze wheel, okay? I'm super excited to get into your reading. I'm already picking up an energy of being in many places at once, many different responsibilities, right? Knots in your belt, I heard. I feel like if you had a superpower, it would probably be super speed, okay? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards, and I will catch you on the flip. All right. Group 1, you've chosen the bronze wheel, okay? What I'm feeling for you, and we will get into the cards, so don't worry. What I'm feeling for you is I see that you, the type of hero you are someone with a lot of responsibility, okay? And you have a lot of, it's not even that you have a lot of responsibility. It's more like there's different areas of, for some of you, it's different areas of responsibility, right? Remember I'm saying all these knots in your belt? So there's different things that you care about or have attachments to or obligations to. And then for some of you, it's that whatever it is that you're committed to, whatever it is that you take responsibility for has many parts to it, many aspects to it. And I see you as a type of hero that can easily become bound to the expectations, right? And it has to do with the responsibility that you take on, right? So there are many people looking to you. There are many eyes looking to you for leadership, right? For a lot of you, you have eyes looking to you for leadership, right? Some of you, it's your children that look up to you, or there are children that look up to you. For some of you, I'm getting maybe influencer or somebody famous, maybe a politician. But it's all, and then there's a lot of traveling involved as well with the wheel too. So I feel like, for example, with the politician, you might move around to talk to different people or to lead different people or participate in different discussions, right? You have a lot of eyes on you, trying to determine if you're going to hold up your end of the bargain, right? But let's get into the cards because I'm just talking, right? I'm just talking. So first we have the Devil. I don't know if you can see it. The Devil, the King of Pentacles here, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so already here, I'm gonna read all these in the middle. Okay, then we have the the Nine of Wands, and it is reversed. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Star. Okay, so I'm just gonna go vertically. As far as the Devil here, and then the Nine of Wands reversed, I see this, like I said, as you being very much bound to the expectations of others, or rather, I feel like there's not a lot of privacy. I'm also feeling like I'm picking up on like parasocial relationships, right? So people who only have contact with you through the internet, right? They don't have any personal contact with you. But it's almost with this Devil here, like I said, these are obligations. You feel bound, maybe for some of you trapped, or it's just that you have committed to something that takes a lot from you, right? It might not even be necessarily that you feel like it is inherently a negative place that you're in, but rather that Devil here could show that what it is that you have committed to, it takes a lot out of you, right? With the nine of Wands, being in reverse, it's almost like you don't really get to hide from this. You don't really have the option. There's a lack of boundaries here, right? And I feel like it's because you don't have that option, right? With whatever this is, you are always in the forefront, right? And that's why that devil is here. It's like you, and like I'm hearing like knots in your belt, like you have to carry whatever you're doing. It's like you have to carry this with you, this attention, right? And these expectations, okay? At the right underneath that, we have flame. Now, when it came out, I heard fame, right? But flame, like a torch, right? I'm getting this image of like moths being drawn to this flame, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's something about exposure, right? You're exposed, and it draws people in, right? It could be, like I said, some of you are famous in whatever way, right? Influencer, politician, anything, right? Athletes. Even though I'm not really getting anything too like physical, right? Except for the wands, right? So that it's like this amount of attention that you get as a hero, right? Because we're talking about you as a hero, can be an aggressive type of attention, right? So let's say if you know anything about Clark Kent, right? Or I wouldn't even say, because I wouldn't know those comics that well, or like Dr. Manhattan, right? There's all this great power, and so because of that, there are people or because you have all these responsibilities, or that you can take on all these responsibilities, you have people coming in who expect more and more, but the more they expect, the more critical they are of you, because if you fail, right? And I do feel like there is an element here of people questioning your abilities, right? Wondering if you're going to fail, right? But yeah, like I said, flame and fame, right? A torch is going, that light is a bit famous with the moths, right? The moths won't leave it alone. And so the fame, this exposure that you have, this exposure is due to what you offer, right? So I don't get anything like you are just, like if you're an influencer or some type of celebrity, it's not because of your looks, right? It's not because of, there's a teaching element, right? There's a guidance element, right? There's a guiding or a teaching element, right? So that's what I'm saying, like politician, maybe you're another tarot reader or another spiritualist, maybe you're a pastor, maybe you or something, maybe you just give advice in some type of area, maybe you could be a teacher, a professor, right? So and your life revolves around guiding your students. And so as a hero, it's the same kind of thing, right? But it's like either way, you have the attention on you because of the status or the responsibility you hold, right? That's where the attention comes from. Then here we have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles, which I love. I love this because this is letting me know that whether you identify as a masculine or feminine or woman or man or gay or straight, I feel like this is double confirmation of your character, right? You're a responsible person with the Pentacles here. And like I said, there's something here about structure, guidance, right? Definitely getting politician or teacher, professor type of vibes. I'm also getting parents, right? It could be you and your spouse are the heroes of your children's lives every day, right? You don't get to be separated from them. You don't get to, turn your back on them, right, with this obligation. But at the same time, you take it seriously, right? Acting is not pretending. This lets me know that as a hero, you are very conscious of your actions. You're very conscious and considerate of how your actions affect others, right? The whole line, with great power comes great responsibility, right? You take the power that you have, right? You take your position seriously, right? For example, if this is in relation to children, whether they're your children or you're a teacher of younger children, you know that their experience with you is entirely up to you. If you want them to come into your classroom and have a great learning experience, you have to make it worth their while. You have to make them feel safe and heard and comfortable enough to retain information. You know, I don't think people understand, like, if you're not comfortable, it's hard to retain information. The more comfortable you are in a space, the more likely you are to absorb, you know, what that space gives you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, acting is not pretending. But then, like I said, for some of you, this is where the questioning comes in, right? Where people wonder, you know, if you work with adults, right? Like if you were a politician, you work with adults, right? You know, and they're questioning, like, are you really about it? Are you really about what you say, right? Or how much of what you're giving is just for show, right? There's people coming in who want to question it, okay? But they're also questioning it because whatever it is, you're saying, to them at least, you're saying the right things, right? Because then we have sight is earned, sight is learned. You have this attention for a reason. And it's because whatever you're offering, you sound like you know what you're talking about. It seems like what you're giving actually has the value that you presented it to have. You know, we have the Three of Pentacles here, and then we have the Star, okay? And so I just heard building a fan base, right? You're building a fan base because of this, right? People keep coming to you. And then look, we have Tyrant here at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and then talk. So some of you are speakers, right? Some of you are speakers. Some of you give advice. Some of you are teachers, right? There's instructional, you know, it's like an exchange of information here. But it's like, regardless, it's like people, there's value here with this Three of Pentacles. It's like people know that whatever you're giving them is going to build them up if they use it correctly, right? You're not giving away ooey gooey schmooey, you know, nice words, sounds good. Like it's not I don't even know the right term. That's why I just said gibberish, right? Like it's not gibberish. It's not you just saying stuff that sounds good. Whatever you say has merit to it. It has it has building blocks to it, right? It makes sense, right? It allows people to grow, right? And with the Star here, this has to do with, maybe some of you, it has to do with manifesting or just getting people to make their dreams come true, right? Maybe this is like, you know, like self-help books, or what is it, self-improvement, right? You could be like a life coach, self-improvement person. Maybe some of you could be like personal trainers. I just heard some people want to know if your body is real, right? Or did you pay for it with the Queen of Pentacles, right? But yeah, with the sight is earned, sight is learned. Ooh. You earned this attention is what I'm getting, right? You earned this attention, right? You earned your success. Whatever this is, this attention that you got from whatever you do, you earned it. But it's like whatever you do also is like trying to get other people to understand that they can get what they want too. They can earn what they want too if they just follow what you say or like just listen to you. I don't know. This is interesting. I'm really feeling like you have a lot of eyes on you from every direction, right? Whatever, if you're on a specific type of platform, maybe you're just on TV or you just get recorded, the news, I don't know. Like, it's like the whole world sees you. We have the Hierophant underneath there. So it's like there's something that you say, right? There's some type of advice or guidance that you give that gets you a lot of attention. And yeah, like, but I do feel here, like, for some of you, you've experienced some type of criticism, right? People criticizing you. They want to know how real it is. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Whatever you do it from your heart, right? I feel like you do it because you're guided to do it. This is a noble effort, I just heard. You know? You do it from your heart. You do it because to you it's the right thing. You do it because maybe you feel like for some of you, you are a teacher. right? You don't just have this inside of you just to be selfish and keep it to yourself. No, you want to see other people grow and prosper and do great things, right? You want other people to find their way out of, you know, whatever limits, you know, you talk about, okay? I want to read this card here, the green spectrum. I got y'all 2 oracle cards, but let's look at the green spectrum. What does this say about you? What type of hero are you? Green spectrum. Yes, you do it from your heart. Okay, love, kindness, right? Green is the heart chakra. Love, kindness, compassion, wonderment, altruism, connectedness, right? Like I said, some of you, it's your family that look up to you. It's your family that find you, that sees you as the hero. You're the hero of your children, right? Your partner, right? For some of you, it's your community. You know, some of you could be pastors, priests, community leaders in whatever sense, right? Like I said, politicians, coaches, spiritual leaders. Some of you work with children for sure. But either way, it's like you're in a position where there's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of pressure, you know, and there's a lot of like expectations. It's because it has to do with the area you are in is a sensitive area, right? It's a developmental area, right? You're helping people grow and change for the better to get the support they need, okay? And so it's a different caliber of responsibility. You feel you take it personally, right? You know, with the 9 of Wands, like I said, if these are your own children, it's your responsibility to make sure that there aren't too many boundaries, that they can be close to you, that they can get to you, right? But, you know, having proper boundaries. But, you know, if your kid is crying in the middle of the night, you got to get up and you got to go and see what's wrong. Are they having a nightmare? How can I help you get back to sleep peacefully? How can we get rid of the monster in the closet? Like, that's what I'm feeling here, okay? So, one last oracle card. It looks like this, right? And I'm definitely getting an earthy vibe from her. And we have turquoise lotus mother. I love that because this does feel kind of turquoisey green over here. An old pattern is finally ending. You are to be lifted from your struggle, freed from a weight of the past. You have learned all that you need to learn, and now it is time for release, divine protection, and the happiness of a healed heart and a peaceful soul. Some of you could be therapists. I feel like you definitely ease people's worry, right? Like I said, with this tyrant here, I don't get anything negative like you're like a dictator or anything, but I do see like people look to you for guidance. People look to you to lead the line, tell them what to do next. And I feel like this is about, and like I said, some of you could just be really nice, good parents. Like, you know, you could be really good parents, or you're just really good with people, or good with people, children, emotional stuff. But I feel like whatever you do, it's like it helps ease people's worry, heals their heart a bit, makes them feel comfortable, you know. People feel comfortable with you. People feel like they're able to be vulnerable with you, is what I'm really getting here. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting that I'm getting like a big warm hug, right? I feel like there's something here where you make people feel validated, understood. Some of you could be doctors, I'm getting. But it's like, but you really care. Or whatever you do it because you care. It's something that you take seriously, okay? But yeah, it's because you're in this leadership role where that can be where it's the hardest sometimes, because you have people looking to you and you feel that pressure to meet their expectations. All right. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really hope it resonated. I'm going to leave it here. If you enjoyed it, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment And if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Group 1. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this, what did I call this? A clear quartz with a holographic film over it. I always forget what the lady called it when I bought it, but basically it's just a clear quartz and it looks like this, okay? I'm interested to see what type of hero you are, okay? I'm getting somebody very nice, for sure. I'm getting there's something about you being nice. But let me go ahead and shuffle your cards, and I will catch you on the other side. Group 2, welcome to your reading. So, pardon me, let me start over. Hi, Group 2, welcome back. Now, I just want to say I love your reading, okay? The type of hero you are, Group 2. With the clear crystal, or the clear quartz here, I really feel like you're the type of person that helps people to remember the vision, okay? Right? You encourage people to remember the vision, remember what they're here to do. You teach people to, or you help people see the way out of unhappy situations, right? Or situations they don't want to be in. It's like you help people find their way out of that, and you help them find their way back to the vision that they have for themselves, okay? But we're going to get into it, okay? So, let me take a sip. I need to take a sip of my my smoothie. Give me one sec. Delicious. Okay. So first we have the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Cups, the World, and the Seven of Cups. I'm gonna do these cards first, okay? So, and we're gonna go vertically. We have the Ten of Swords here, and then right underneath it, we have the Ace of Cups, okay? So, you are somebody who helps people start over from difficult situations, right? Especially we're going from a Ten of Swords to the Ace of Cups here. So, it's almost like you're teaching people, or you help people see that they can fill their own cup again, right? That they can... like I said, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? That there is a way out of this dark path. But more than anything, I see, because when I see this Ten of Swords, I see this man holding his hand like this, kind of like a gun, right? And it makes me think of like when people shoot a gun to start a race, okay? And so it's almost like I'm here, I just heard set it off. So it's like you help people initiate the ending that they need in order to end the cycle, right? Like it's like you teach or you show or you help. It's somehow you're able to guide people to see that the ending is the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, in situations, right? It's almost like if it's not making you happy, end it, right? When I was shuffling and this card came out, I heard kill it with kindness. And so it's almost like you teach people to just walk away gracefully from things that don't make you happy, right? Instead of being and not to say like you can't be upset, but it's like, you know, situations only have the power we give them, right? And so if something has to end, you know, you can end it, you know, feeling devastated, like the whole world was ripped from you, or you can end it feeling as though you were given your life back. You were given options back. You were given, you know, freedom back. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow that ending to be the moment a new door opens instead of looking around and seeing nowhere to go. I hope that makes sense. But it's like right underneath here it says you cannot build muscle if you do not use them. And so to me this is about strength. This is about courage, right? So you're somebody who teaches people to be courageous, right? If you don't like where the story is going, end it. Close the book. You don't have to finish this book, okay? If you don't like the story, you know, you can decide where you put your strength. Do you want to put your strength into continuing something that's not making you happy? Or do you want to use your strength? Or do you want to use your strength to be courageous and jump into a new story? You know, you can do that with the Ace of Cups, right? That's what I'm feeling here. Like your energy is like telling, like, you can go anywhere. You can do anything, right? A whole new world is waiting for you in this cup, right? Just like take the cup, right? Take new happiness, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this situation keeps putting these swords in your back. End it, right? Set off the ending, you know? Then we also have over here an Ace of Wands. So there's two aces here, which is, to me, is like a new idea, right? A new purpose, a new start, a new cycle. And then the World right underneath that, which is essentially the same thing. And it's after an ending, the world, after judgment, right? You can start over. Literally, the word here is start over, right? You teach people, like, dang, if you're unhappy, get out of it. You don't like it, stop. Don't do it no more. Why you keep doing the thing that makes you unhappy? That's you. And then over here we have King of Wands. And then we have Seven of Cups, right? You're telling people, look, hey, there's not just one cup. You don't want to start over with this cup. Look, start over. There's 7 more cups over here. Okay? There are options. Like, you're telling people, look, if you don't like it, 10 of Swords, it's making you unhappy. It's killing you. It's killing you on the inside. Find another cup, right? You're the one that says follow your passion with the King of Wands. You teach people, look, it's like you're really encouraging people. Follow your passion. Do what's going to make you happy, okay? If like... And I feel like I don't want this to come off very shallow because, you know, there is nuance to everything. But I feel like this is the gist of what it is that you bring forward that makes you a hero to some people. Is that you kind of open their eyes to the fact that they have a choice, right? They get to decide, you know, what it is that they accept into their life. They get to decide if they want to have this type of life or that type of life, right? You can go down the path that has you laughing and skipping and having fun, or you can go down the path that has you dragging your feet. You know, your eyelids are heavy. You know, you haven't eaten in days. Like, you know, it's up to you, you know? And even, let's say a path starts off nice and awesome, but if it starts getting crazy and miles and miles, you can't find anything to eat, no water to drink, you might want to go towards the path that has water to drink on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I feel here with the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups. It's like saying, look, you can go and you can pick any new destiny, right? Under here, out of character. This one, I love this card. This, like, I feel like you're the person that says, look, you don't have to be the same person all the time. If who you were before wasn't getting you what you needed, you can step into a new character. Hey, you don't have to accept that narrative. You don't have to play that part. You don't have to be in that role. This says, look, you can choose a new role. You can choose a new character. Oh, you don't like being the bellhop? Okay, well, now you can be the manager. Step into the, get into the storyline where you're the manager. Okay? Right? You can get out of that old character. You can jump into a new character, right? Because at the bottom of the deck here, we have play. This is about you too. This is about your enjoyment. This is your story. This is your life, right? Think of it this way. When you're a little kid and you're in your room, you're playing with toys, okay? If you don't like the story that you made with your dolls, make a new story. Oh, you're tired of playing with dolls? Go play with some Legos. Oh, you don't want to play with Legos no more? You want to go play a video game? Do it. Enjoy yourself. Choose, okay? You don't have to be in the Ten of Swords. And also, once you start feeling like you're in that Ten of Swords scenario anyway, it's over with. It's not going to get better unless you leave, right? That's the light at the end of the tunnel, leaving the situation that has you sick. Look, right underneath play, we have dreams. Did I even start my alarm? I hope I did. Yes. Oh, thank God. But yeah, right under play, we have dreams. Right? This is about your desires. This is about you following your dreams, okay? This is what's important now, all right? When you get to a point where your dreams stop being fulfilled, when your manifestations aren't coming through, everything you work for, everything's going down the drain, it's almost like once it starts feeling like that, that means that something's off. Okay, once your life starts feeling like that, that means something's off. That means something needs to be released because something is holding you back. Something is no longer beneficial. And it's going to be up to you in whatever scenario of life you're in. But once you recognize what it is that's causing things to be difficult and hard, let it go. Trust that it will be replaced with something better. Trust that it's simply you outgrowing that thing. And look, everything's replaced. Okay? So, I want to get into your oracle cards really quick. Oh, I didn't even get into the cards at the bottom of the deck. Right? Because I was just talking about that. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. And also the King of Pentacles at the bottom. Y'all, this is crazy, right? So, right under the King of Pentacles was the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Oh, and then the 8 of Cups underneath here, right? This is basically saying like what I just said. Like once you do what you can, but then once you get to a point where there's no benefit to any of the work you're doing, everything you get, you have to give away, nothing's adding up. Things are going down the drain, disappearing, opportunities depleted. Once you get to that point, don't work harder in the scenario. Change the scenario. Okay, change the way you do something, release something, and based on your situation, you will know what it is that needs to be released. Trust yourself. You'll know what needs to be released. Sometimes it's your partner. Sometimes you need to move. Sometimes it's your job, right? Maybe the job doesn't have enough growth opportunities. Sometimes you need to go back to school, or you need to downgrade something. You'll know, okay? But don't. With this 10 of Wands reversed and then the 8 of Cups, it's saying like, look, don't keep going down the path that's draining you. Once something's draining you, like, don't keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to try and make that work. Instead, trust, like I said, that it's going to be replaced. Because with this 10 of Pentacles, this is saying, look, you're the type of hero that's like, look, you have enough and you will always have enough. You will walk into your abundance as long as you go where you are guided to go. When shit start getting crazy difficult and it's like you're on your hands and knees, this is not a sign to keep going down that path. This is a sign to let you know this path has already, you've walked it. it's time to go the other way now, right? This is guiding you in another direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to be funny, but like, yeah, like, this is saying trust that, you know, go the abundant way, right? The safe route, the route. And when I say safe, not easy, or safe, not as in like a cop out, but the route that is paved for you. You'll know, like, because things will light up, right? Things will start lighting up. You will be walking into coins, like on fucking Temple Run. When you go on the right path, you just start running into coins. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, I'll buy you a free coffee. Okay, cool. It sounds great. Oh, we got a coupon with your name on it. Oh, for real? Like, I'm just being silly. But anyway, I'm going to read your oracle cards. We're going to get into gold spectrum, right? But you know what I'm talking about, because you're the one. This is why you're a hero, because, or this is what the type of hero you are, because you understand this too. You know, to some degree, in some way, right? You understand this too. So there are people who see you as a hero because of this, because you understand, like, because you encourage them to let things go, right? That's what it really is. It's like you encourage them to let things go and walk through that open door. Walk through that open door. I hope you can see this. You know? And they're like, damn, you were right. As soon as I was brave, as soon as I let that old shit go and I walked through that door, my life lit up. All right, let's go into orange spectrum. No, it's not orange. It's gold spectrum, okay? Wisdom, inner acknowledgement, inner knowing, gratitude, appreciation, and value. Value, appreciation, and value. Ah, I love that. Right? That inner knowing. Yes. Right? Because this is about knowing, like, knowing when something is no longer for you and letting it go, right? Trusting that you will be guided to more abundance, right? Know that you will be guided to have everything that you need to have when you trust yourself to be guided, right? If you don't trust yourself to be guided, then how are you going to be guided, right? If you don't trust yourself, if you don't trust the signs, how do you expect to be guided? You know what I'm saying? Follow that inner knowing, right? Like I said, this shit's hard as hell. Look at you on your hands and knees. Sounds like it's time to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, looks like we got to get the F out of Dodge. Looks like we need to change our scenario. Looks like we need to change our phone number, change our address. Looks like I need to block them. Like, whatever it is, you know. Like, this is a sign of something, probably to release, probably to eliminate or get out of the situation, whatever it is. You know, something's weighing you down. Something's stabbing you in the back. Something's trying to cut your throat. Like, get out of there. Something's trying to drag you into the mud. Get out of there, okay? And with this gratitude and appreciation, right? Like I said, appreciate that you are on this throne and that you will be guided to more abundance. And the thing is, when you let things go, that is a act of, what is it called? Jesus, what is that called? Anyway, basically you're acting in the direction of bringing in that new thing. When you make room for it, right? When you like, basically when you say, oh, I'm going to get a new TV. And so you start rearranging. You haven't even searched for a TV. You haven't, it's a manifestation tactic, right? Or a technique or whatever. But you haven't started looking for a TV. But you're just like, yeah, I'm going to get a new TV. But so you start rearranging your living room to prepare for the new TV. Right? You're not, and you haven't decided how, when, where you're going to get this TV. You're preparing your living room. Next thing you know, your cousin call you up like, hey, I just got a new TV. You want this one that I got? And now you have the TV that you were going to get on your own, right? You just trusted, act in preparation, right? Releasing is an act in preparation for the new shit. If you're not releasing stuff, then how can that new shit make way to you? There's no room for it, right? So you don't have to work hard and bust your behind for something that's broken. No, throw that away. Throw that away because Santa's about to bring you something new, okay? I'm being silly. All right, last card. Drink from the emerald fountain. OMG. Okay, so this is like a fountain here. But see, already with this Ace of Cups, it's like you're telling people, drink from new cup, right? That cup is empty. This cup empty, get new cup. Okay? The divine feminine encourages your awakening and empowerment. Your sincerity is evoking Kuan Yin's divine intervention. It makes sense to be open to receive it, to step forward and drink from the emerald fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. Wow, you know, the other group also mentioned the heart chakra, right? And before I did the readings, I used my green incense, which I think it's like eucalyptus, but I used my green incense because I did want to tap into the heart chakra today. You know what I'm saying? But that's interesting. Yeah, so both groups mentioned the heart chakra, but also listen how this was saying to receive, right? You have to receive. You have to be willing to receive the new stuff, especially in those moments when things are so hard, right? You want change, right, for the better, but it can be so difficult to accept that in order to get that good change, you have to let go of this thing that you thought you wanted the most, right? Or this thing that you thought was going to bring you the abundance that you wanted. You thought it was you really wanted it to, but it keeps showing you every time you try, it keeps showing you that it's not. When you get to that point, you need to release the hardship, right? Release hardship, right? When you refuse to release hardship, honestly, you're only going to keep attracting more hardship for you, more hard work, more hard labor, more stress, more confusion. But when you say, you know what, nope, I don't want that. When you reject that, oh no, now I gotta walk around with a knife in my back. No, when you reject that, you show the universe that you are ready for something better. You've just made space for something better, okay? It makes sense to be open to receive it. It makes sense, right? You say you want something great, you want something better, then it makes sense to be open to receive it. How are you going to receive it when you got a full house? Make some room. Make some room, okay? So anyway, that's the type of hero you are, right? You telling people make room for happiness. Why are you holding on to this old thing that broke your heart? This old thing that takes your money? This old thing that keep dying, you know, every time you crank it up? Get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're that person telling people to make room for better stuff. And they look up to you because you teach them how to have power over their life, right? This is their play. This is their show. This is their time to use their tools to make shit happen. So, yeah, that's the type of hero you are. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group 2. Hi, group 3. You have chosen the silver cross. All right. Before we get into your reading, I have a question for y'all. This is not tarot related. I'm thinking about getting, I don't know, like, I don't want to speak, I don't know, like, all right, what do you think of this? Is it weird to get your dog's tattoo, or get your dog's name, like, tattooed, or getting anything like that? Like, I know people say, like, don't get people's names tattooed, but, like, what do y'all think of that? Like, and it's okay if you don't answer, but I was just thinking about it just now, and I'm like, let me ask let me ask my peoples. Like, I love my dog, you know, and her name is so cute. It's Mojo, and I just, you know, I feel like I'm gonna love her forever. So anyway, let me get to y'all's reading. You have chosen the Silver Cross. I'm gonna shuffle your cards, and I will catch you. Hold on. Oop. I will catch you on the other side. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading, okay? I think that your pile so far is the most interesting because it's a little similar to Group 2, I'll say that, but this is a bit more specific in regards to your relationships to others, or in general, how we have relationships with others, right? So what type of hero are you? Okay, you are the type of hero. It's like you, you're a hero because you show people, in the same way Group 2 does it, you show people how to put themselves first, right? But this is, like I said, more specific about relationships, right? You help people learn or see when they are being sacrificial in their connections, right? And it's like and this is something that you're able to do through example, right? Through your own behavior, through your own advice you give others, right? And whatever way that you do this, like, I definitely feel like this is like you being a hero perhaps to your friends or coworkers or acquaintances, right? In the sense that, yeah, like with the cross here, if it's like you kind of awaken them to the ways in which they kind of throw themselves onto the cross for other people, right? Giving more than they are given back, right? And you are able to help people see that they can refuse to give more, right? That they can be a hermit and put themselves first. And I'm also getting a sense of being okay with just being alone, right? If a connection, like being okay with choosing to not engage in a connection, right? Being comfortable with determining that something has to be over, even if, yeah, like you might have one friend or somebody might have one friend, but you are like, look, if that one friend is treating you like crap, it's better to have no friends, right? Getting people to see that they can, like, break attachments is what I'm getting, right? You help people learn to break attachments. You could be a therapist, right? You could be a therapist. You might work with people who have addictions, or people who just are really codependent, right? There's a lot of codependence here that it's like you help people break out of. But let's get into the cards, okay? So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Devil reversed, okay? The Four of Cups here. The Hermit, Judgment, the Tower. And I'm going to read these cards first, and then I'll get into our oracle cards and stuff. So, going vertical, we have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Pentacles here, and then the Hermit, right? So I'm getting this sense of kind of like disappearing, right? There's like a disappearing act at play. You know, with the Six of Pentacles, of course, I'm getting somebody who is very giving, right? In a very reciprocal sense, right? There's the topic of reciprocity is always on the table when it comes to the Six of Pentacles, right? How much is given to whom, and what, and you know, is that an equal exchange, right? Is it an equal exchange? I feel like with the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like you're the person who often gives, right? You're the person who often is, you know what I'm saying, trying to help people meet their needs, right? Or, because I feel like this is reflective, right? So it's like you learn these things through your own life, and then you exemplify them, and that is what kind of like inspires others as well, right? Knowing, but maybe it's just like people you work with. These are just different elements of like the people you work with. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's like when you see that what you're giving and sacrificing is not being returned. With this Hermit here, it's kind of like knowing when to retreat, right? When to take a step back, right? And evaluate the connection, okay? And when I see ego here at the bottom of the deck, I don't see this in a negative sense. I really see this ego coming through in a sense of like nurture yourself, right? At a certain point with the Six of Pentacles, if you're the giver, there may come a point where you realize that your actions might not be reflective of how you see yourself, okay? Right? And then also this is a Pentacles card, so then there's an element of responsibility, right? To me, at least in this moment. And so I feel like you could be in a scenario where you're giving, right? Because you feel obligated to, or you feel like that's the role that you are meant to play, or you feel like this is what's necessary for whatever reason in the scenario, right? A lot of earth energy, right? So maybe Virgo, right? We're also, once again, getting back to that sacrificial, right? Doing this for a greater good. And so this ego is coming up as a way of like getting people to reflect and see like, are they representing themselves as how they would like to be seen, right? Are they catering to their own ego? This is necessary, right? It's like, are we sacrificing our self for the sake of giving, right? And if that's the case, then the Hermit mode is definitely even more necessary. But it's like you're getting people to take that step back into Hermit mode to reevaluate why it is that whatever they're in is not reciprocal. Why it is that whenever they give to this, they always leave empty-handed, that there's no exchange or no equal exchange, right? Then we have the Devil here in reverse and Judgment, okay? So like I said, this is like getting people to make that decision make that decision with the Judgment card to break free from the attachment, the obsession, the addiction, right? Getting people to see that somehow you're able to get people to see that whatever this is actually weighing them down, right? That they're actually not getting what it is that they thought they were getting, right? But it's like getting people to get to that point with the Judgment here. I feel like that's the most important part, right? The coming down from the cross. Like, I don't know if you remember when, before I was shuffling, I kept trying to put the cross up and it kept sliding down. And so it's like that critical moment where you say, no, I'm not going to sit up here and be a spectacle while you take and take and take and still do whatever the F you want to do. No, I'm coming down. I'm not giving another thing. I'm not going to give another cent to the situation, because so far my investments have gone to waste. And look, that's no shade to Jesus Christ. It's just, that moment really resonated, symbolically. That it's like, this is not, it's like learning when the scenario does not require your sacrifice, right? Understanding when a situation is not worthy of your sacrifice. This is like what you, and I'm talking to you, but it's like also this is what you give to people, right? To finally see, like, look, you can let go. And that's why it's similar to group 2, but this is about people, right? This is about relationships specifically. And that's why I feel like some of you may be therapists. Maybe some of you could be even relationship coaches, or maybe some of you are just really good friends, and you have friends and people around you who really look up to your approach, right? Your ability to understand when something is no longer worth any investment, right? We have travel light here at the bottom of the deck, right? So it's like if it's too heavy, if it's not working, like you get people to see like it's okay to say this isn't working, right? And sometimes it's hard for people to do, especially when they get into a habit or a routine with something or someone. It's hard to let it go because you're so used to it now. It's hard to admit that, oh, this shit's really, really heavy and I'm not enjoying it anymore, because you're used to your routine, But it's like getting people to be like, look, things don't have to be heavy. Things don't have to be so heavy. Things don't have to weigh you down like that. Like, you can just let it go. I feel like that's where you are, like, telling people, look, you don't have to be the mule, right? You don't have to be the beast of burden, okay? Drop it. And then here with this 4 of Cups and then the Tower, this is like jumping ship. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. But with the 4 of Cups specifically, I feel like this is like, it's like you getting to people to say, like, you actually can choose neither. Like, maybe this is like you telling people that they don't have to be in a relationship, or they don't have to have a person with them. They don't have to constantly be talking to somebody, or they don't always constantly have to have somebody to cuddle with. Sometimes, look, let me tell you, sometimes it's good to have nobody to cuddle with. Sometimes it's good to go many nights alone, cuddled up to your pillows. You know what I'm saying? It's good to get to that point where you don't care really to sleep with anybody. Okay? And that's just an example, but it's like, yeah, with the 4 of Cups, it's like you can be picky. It's like getting people to see, look, you can be picky. You can decide who you give anything to. You can be selfish with the ego card. You can put yourself first. You don't have to get into something and immediately give everything away, or you don't have to be so desperate to keep somebody around that you forgo yourself, right? You don't have to sacrifice self. With the Tower here, you can let that bitch burn. You can let that shit drop. You can, if it's not working, you can let it go. You don't have to choose anything. You can choose yourself and leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes people don't appreciate it. And then this is why the someone else here, it's like you tell people, look, if, like, you don't have to hold on to that person. There's going to be someone else you can love. There's going to be someone else worth the love. There's going to be someone else who's going to reciprocate the energy that you give. You don't have to stay in anything that's not giving you what it's supposed to give, right? We have the Page of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. This is about freedom, but it's also about, like, starting a new journey, right? A lack of experience even, but there's optimism here, right? And so this is like, look, you can let that old relationship end and just be free to enter into new opportunities, right? And you don't have to enter into anything just because it's there. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You can be picky. This is something this is like enjoying the thrill of singlehood. This is like early 20s to me. like, you're just out here, you know what I'm saying, meeting people. It's not even that deep, right? But there's freedom in that. There's fun. It's like going to an amusement park. You can ride as many rides as you want. You don't have to pick what's your favorite ride. And it don't even matter because you're not meant to. You're supposed to have fun, you know, and experience things. This is about being open to new experiences. And then we have the Seven of Swords here. Look, I'm not even seeing this in a negative way. This is like you telling people. It's like you could be the devil on people's shoulder when it comes to relationships. Like, you're the one saying, dump him. Okay? Like, you're the one saying he don't got to know everything. That nobody got to know nothing. You don't even break up with him and block his number. Don't even explain why. Like, you're the type, if it's not reciprocal, if it's, you know what I'm saying, you're telling people, look, you can be selfish with what you have. You don't have to explain a thing. If somebody's not going to receive appropriately what it is that you're offering, if they're not going to appreciate it, if they're going to treat it like it's common, like it has no value, then shut them out and be done with it. It's like you're the type of person, like, don't keep giving to something that's not even going to add any more value. Stop. That person does not, you're the type of person to say, if somebody is not worthy of somebody, or they're not treating somebody how they need to be treated, you're the type to straight up be like, leave them alone, don't talk to them no more, don't say nothing to them, and move forward. Who cares if they can't afford gas? Right, with the Six of Pentacles. It's like you're like, who cares if they can't afford gas? They're not treating you right. Don't keep giving that person money. You're the type of person, don't keep giving that person money. Don't tell that person where you went. Stop telling them stuff. You know, like, I'm just getting somebody who's like really like a fierce friend. But yeah, like, that's what I feel a lot here. Like, you are the person that encourages people to drop attachments, let go of attachments, and also in some respects reflect on why they're in these situations anyway, right? And also discernment, right? Knowing when to give, when to stop giving, right? When to give more. Because here at the bottom we have a great traveler is attentive to their surroundings. And then we have protection underneath, right? This is about boundaries. You show people or teach people how to have boundaries, knowing when to spot a red flag, when to know when somebody's not being appreciative, right? And it's like it comes from a place, like I said, with the ego here. It's not bad. It's coming from a place of protecting yourself, right? The Seven of Swords, these are your secrets. These are your goodies, okay? This is your good shit that you have to offer, and you have every right to protect it. You have every right to not give it willy-nilly just because it seems nice. It's a nice gesture to help somebody out. It's a nice gesture to show somebody affection. But if they're not giving back to you and they got you out here depleted and drained, ain't no way. And it's like you're that person who really does like validate people, like your friends, like when they tell you about this stuff, you really do, like, it's like you're there to really like help them understand, no, you block him for your own peace of mind, or you block her for your own peace of mind. That person, like, you let people, it's like you really help people understand and see when somebody is toxic, when a situation is just taking from them, right? Some of you, like I said, could be dating coaches or relationship therapists, relationship experts, or you maybe you're a matchmaker. I don't know. Like, it's like I see you knowing a lot about couple dynamics, okay? For some of you. And you really do help people like learn to break these attachments. And even with the Hermit, reflecting on their own attachment styles, right? Because that discernment, right? Toxic relationships, like, I'm feeling like you really do help people see how to break free from this. Okay, so I want to get into your oracle cards. I'm talking a lot. Okay, so we have Archangel Ramiel. Ramiel. And it says, divine love. Compassion, non-judgment, and mercy are gifts that are bestowed upon you and gifts you bestow upon others. Give this gift first to self until it overflows from your heart to others. Absolutely. Yes, this is like helping you before you help others, right? Like, you're not going to, if a situation has you to the point where you being on this cross don't mean shit, you're going to get down from that. You're not, or, you know what I'm saying? And you help people to see that too. Like, look, don't sacrifice for something that's already not even, like, why? Don't be, like, knowing when to not sacrifice, right? Knowing when it's time to put self first. You know what I'm saying? Boundaries, you know? Protecting yourself. Let's get into this one. So we have a picture of a lady sitting like this. I'm being silly, sorry guys. Your enlightened heart. The wish of the Divine Mother is that you become free. Y'all remember I said free with the Page of Wands? Setting yourself free from these toxic attachments, okay? The wish of the Divine Mother is that you become free. Enlightenment is a culmination of many small steps, each one as a drop of water forming a divine ocean of peace, realization, love, and unity within. An ocean that washes away fear, separation, and scarcity, and bathes us in the abundance and bliss. You carry the torch of enlightenment within your heart. Let it shine. Yes. Yes. You help people wash away fear, separation, and scarcity, right? They can, because that's what, let me tell you, that's what has people in toxic attachments, right? A fear of scarcity, a fear that they will never find another person, a fear that it has to work with this person or there's nothing else, nothing left, right? It is a trauma response, but it's like you help open that heart chakra and help people see like there is always going to be someone else. You don't have to put all your bets in this tower, okay? Let it come down and there will be more. Okay? Set yourself free from break these chains so that you can be free for somebody else, right? You help people see that. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it for you today, Group 3. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Group 3. Hi, Group 4. Welcome to your reading. I'm your girl, Cupid, and you chose the seashell. Your group is super special. You want to know why? Because boop, there is a smaller seashell underneath this seashell. And that's because when I was picking the objects from your group, I couldn't decide if I wanted the small seashell or the big seashell. And then I was just like, something told me to pick it up, and I just went, doop, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I think there's something about you that's really unexpected. There's something secretive, right? You have a hidden thing. You have a hidden gift. You have, for some of you, you have like a sidekick, right? You have a companion. You have like a second thing. You have like this double thing going on with you, Group 4, regarding your hero-ness. So I'm not sure what it is. Like I said, for some of you, you might have a sidekick, right? You might have a companion, right? You might have a helper. There's something about you that you have like this you have an additional something. So I'm going to put you and your mini-me over here, Group 4. And I'm going to shuffle your cards to see what's up. Hold on. Boop. And then I will catch you on the other side. Hi, group 4. Welcome to your reading. What type of hero are you? Okay. We're going to go back to you and your little item, right? Your extra thing that you have, right? I feel like this is about your resourcefulness, group 4. You're a hero, or what makes you a hero is you're able to come in and use what's around you. For some of you, you're able to use what's around you to solve the problem or to alleviate whatever it is that's causing the issue, right? We're going to start. I'm going to go ahead and start with the cards, okay? So we have the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Chariot, okay? The 4 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the 7 of Wands, okay? So I'm going to get into the middle and then we'll go out. Starting vertically here with the 5 of Cups. And then the 4 of Wands here. I feel like you have a glass half full kind of mentality, okay? You are optimistic, all right? And I think when it comes to being resourceful, that is very important, to be optimistic, right? Be optimistic that what you have in front of you can go much further, right? If you're pessimistic, then it's like, oh, I can't do this. I only have this. Whereas being optimistic, on the other hand, is a lot more like, you know what? This can really turn into something, or this can be used in this way to get this outcome, right? And so you, with your extras, like, you're able to take something and make a companion, make a sidekick, make a weapon, make a tool, right? You're able to come through, and it's almost like you can see beyond the situation in front of you, right? It's like when you look at a situation, you can really break it down into its pieces and parts, because if you look into this card here with the 5 of Cups, it's like you have all these cups on the ground, right? And this person has picked one up and they're holding it to the sky as if they've looked at everything around them and they picked out the best part and they said, I can use this. And it's the same here with this 4 of Wands. The way this picture is set up, it's like somebody is surveilling the area, right? Somebody is like, it's like a scan of the area to look at, what do we have here? Okay, we have this, we have this, we have this and this. It's like taking a note of everything around you in the landscape, right? And then underneath here we have watching. Okay, we have watching. And so this, to me, is about being receptive. This is about being open to these possibilities. It's like you really are seeing. I wish this said seeing, right? But this is about watching, right? So to me, this is about being an observer, right? You're an observer. And because of this, you are able to see your environment in a way, or you're able to see the situation or the scenario in a way that is a bit different and a bit broader, or a bit more, I don't want to say broad, but maybe for some of you it can come off a bit more mechanical. But like I said, it's like you're able to kind of pick apart the parts and pieces, right? Like, you know where things are at all times for some of you, right? Like, it's easy for you to come up with solutions, it seems, or it seems like you come up with solutions quickly, because when really it's just that you have taken a good scan of the room, right? You noticed that there was chapstick on the counter 5 minutes ago. So then when Becky says, hey, I don't know where my chapstick is. Oh, it's on the counter. She's like, whoa, how did you find it that fast? And it's like, no, you have just been paying attention to the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been new. You knew as soon as she put it down. You took note of that. You know? That might resonate with somebody, okay? Let me take a sip of my tea. Okay. But yeah, so you're an observer, right? Which I think is very important when we're talking about being resourceful, right? You can't really be that resourceful if you're not paying attention to what is around, what is available, you know? And so then we get over here with this Two of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune, right? Ooh, and then right underneath here it says it's your show. So this is where the purposefulness comes in, right? Or the repurposing of these, whatever you find, right? This is the part where you come in and you plan. You look around and you say, okay, we can do this with this. With this Two of Pentacles here, this is about planning to me, right? Prioritizing, you know, this is about creating the structure, right? Looking at a scenario and putting things in order so that you can properly assess them, so that you can properly use them to their fullest potential. The Wheel of Fortune to me is also about here where like the limit is really endless, it seems, with you, right? Your ideas, your creativity, when it comes to being resourceful, it's almost like it's unmatched to those who look up to you, right? To those who see you as like the hero, or they get to experience this heroic energy from you. Like, to them it seems like there are endless possibilities in your mind, right? You're very creative. You can do anything, right? You can find anything and be anything, and you can do anything with it, right? Right here with it's your show. It's almost like you get to, you decide the rules, right? You decide the limits, okay? And I feel like this is just echoing more and more here. Because here with the Chariot, we have the Chariot, and we have the Seven of Wands, and then we have Take a Bath. And so this, to me, I'm really getting something about manifesting, right? Using your resources to manifest is what I feel here, especially with the Take a Bath. Like, at first it threw me off, but it made me see, I started thinking about a bath as a resource, right? Like, this sounds like something you would tell somebody, right? For some of you, this sounds like something you would tell somebody, or this sounds instructional, right? Take a bath. So this bath is like a resource, right? And you can use a bath to cleanse. You can use a bath to release. You can use a bath to manifest. You can use a bath to smell good. You know what I'm saying? And I see this, it really is about taking charge in a new direction, right? Being intentional about a new direction, right? With the Chariot here and then the Seven of Wands, it's like, give me 1 second. It's like I feel, yeah, it's like when you help people learn to be resourceful, it's really about helping them learn how to take control of the situation, right? So that they can get the outcome they desire, so that they can go forward in the way that they need to go forward, right? Because I feel like with the Seven of Wands, it's about defending what it is you want, you know? And then we have the Fool here, like I said, going forward in that direction that they want to go, you know, being brave, right? And the Fool here is about being optimistic, right? So it's like helping people get to that point where, and this is interesting because it's like, I feel like most of you, no matter what group you picked, are heroes through not just what you help people do or get to or understand, but also you embody these characteristics in your daily life, and that is what inspires people too. That is what saves people too. You know, one of the best ways to lead is by example, right? Because when people want something, when people want to go in a certain direction, they want to get a certain thing, they're going to look for that guidance. And so you don't really need to tell anybody to follow you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to tell anybody, let me save you. You just embody what it is that you believe in. And those that want to vibe on the same wave, they're going to go out of their way to align with the message, right? They're going to follow. They're going to participate, contribute. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do their part on their own to get to that vibration simply by mimicking, basically. You know what I'm saying? So just lead through example. But I feel like, what was I saying? Like, right. I feel like a lot of you, no matter what group you picked, you lead through example. But I do feel like for all of you, there is an instructional element where you step in for people. So for you here, I feel like maybe a good example would be maybe you have a friend, you see she's really upset or crying, or she had something happened, she lost a job, or she got, criticized at work or whatever. You step in that hero moment and you remind her of you remind her that all is not lost, and you do this by using the resources around you, and you show her that, like, for example, let's say, she asked for a raise and her boss said no. You come in and you say, well, all is not lost, because look at your resume, look at what you've accomplished, and look at a lot of the jobs here that are basically the same position or better and better pay. You can just apply for a different job, or you can apply in a different department, right? It's like you come through with the resources to show them, hey, you can do more. There's more out here. Don't let that get you down. Don't let that deter you from the goal that you set. You're going to get there, right? Because then we have this 8 of Swords here. It's like you kind of try and show them. And look, there's a 5 of Cups at the bottom of that, right underneath that as well. It's like you show them, hey, no, don't be sad, boo-hoo, right? You see the difference in these two 5 of Cups? Like in this 5 of Cups here, they're like looking down all sad, looking at the cups that are knocked over. But in this 5 of Cups, you have somebody reaching, holding a cup that wasn't turned over, or the cup that they felt was still intact, and they're holding it up in victory, right? And so that's you coming through and saying, look, no, don't be a sad sack. Don't let this disappointment completely deter you. We can still move forward. There's still hope. There's still options. There's still ways to get this done, right? You kind of help people get out of the 8 of Swords space of feeling like there's nowhere to go, that they're stuck, that there's nothing they can do. That's what you come through and help people see. Like no, be optimistic. When you're optimistic and you just be creative and look around you, like take a moment to look around you is what I feel like. That's what I'm getting here. Like maybe you tell people that sometimes, like, hey, before you jump off the deep end, before you say that this is the worst day of your life, just take a deep breath and look around you and see what's happening, right? Assess the whole situation here before you say all is lost. I'm kind of being dramatic, but I feel like that, like, yeah. And then we have stay in the sunlight. You are all about being optimistic so that you can get keep going, keep moving forward, and get what you want. I want to get into your oracle cards. Dang, I forgot to start the timer. No wonder. Hold on. Dang, this reading might be a little shorter than the other readings, simply because I had got tired. And so I took a break, and so the momentum is a bit lost. But yeah, I feel like this is another lesson that kind of helps people learn to take control of their life, right? You kind of redirect them. Yeah, that's a good way to, it's like you redirect them to look at the scenario in a different, from a different perspective, right? Especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like you turn it around to show them, hey, no, yes, you can look at it this way, but you can also look at it this way. You can also see this as an opportunity to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of help keep the optimism. But I want to go ahead, I guess, and get into these oracle cards. So the first one we have here is Archangel Daniel, and it says Divine Heart Communication. So let me get that in the book. Archangel Daniel. Let me take a sip of my tea. Pardon me. Okay. Archangel Daniel. True communication is an expression of the divine heart. Rising up to meet the divinity of the heart allows truthful communication of mind, body, soul, and emotions. Together we can express the eloquence of your soul. Communication. Interesting. I'm getting here, I just heard express your needs, right? True communication is an expression of the divine heart. Yeah, this is like paying attention to your needs, right? Being honest about what you need. That's coming through. So for some of you, maybe you help people be honest about their needs, right? Like I was saying, like you kind of redirect their attention, so they might feel like, oh, all is lost, nothing's ever right, and you kind of redirect them to look at the situation, probably like, okay, so this didn't work, why? And they're like, well, it didn't work because blah blah blah. And you're like, okay, well, so you said blah blah blah, but you know, is that something that's important to you? And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah is important to me. And I was like, okay, well, if that situation can't give you blah, 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 then what can we do to make sure, you know, it's like you help people understand that by being honest about what they need, they can, they can like, properly assess their resources, right? Like there's like a misuse here. I don't know. This is coming through. I'm getting like an image of like somebody who's a therapist or so that's coming through. But it's definitely like it's like there's a reflection here, basically is what I'm saying. It's like you kind of help people the way you redirect allows people to reflect on themselves as well, right? So that they can move more authentically, right? So they can use their resources better for some of them, right? They may, like, because the thing is, it's like I'm getting here that for some of you, it's like the people who you are a hero to, they might often not be able to see the situation or the scenario or the scene as clearly as they could because there is a lack of self-reflection, right? So you help them come through and reflect so that they can see the situation differently. And if they see their situation differently, then they see their resources differently, right? They start to see more what is fully available to them, right? For example, if you're in a lack mentality, you're not going to see what all is available to you, as opposed to someone who has an abundance mentality. But why would somebody have a lack mentality? Well, that comes from so much different types of trauma, you know? So it's like there's this reflective energy in the way that you help people that allows them to see what is available to them differently, right? And then that's why the Chariot is here, because it helps people move forward in life or just with whatever situation they're in. It helps them move forward because they're able to release, right? Like with Take a Bath, they're able to release. whatever it is that keeps them from seeing the situation from a glass half full mentality, right? An abundance mindset. Let's look at this card, okay? We have a lady sitting here in a chair. There's like a halo behind her, okay? Daughter of the Phoenix. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing. Ooh, take a bath. A preparation for the new. Like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. Soon after, you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so I do feel like there's a lot of messages here pointing to you releasing or unleashing creativity, right? You're like helping people break out of this Eight of Swords mindset, right? Through creativity, okay? Releasing restrictions, right? There are people who feel restricted, right? They feel restricted in their movement because they're restricted in their mind, okay? And it's like, that's why you come through and help them, set their mind free from whatever it's bound to so that they can see that they can move freer as well. I hope that makes sense. Like, to me, this is making sense, and I love it. I think this is great. Like, I feel like, helping people move again. For some of you, you are physical therapists, right? With the Chariot, this wheel, right? Like, maybe you help people who have to be in wheelchairs for like a brief period of time, like they're not permanently gonna be unable to walk, but you help them get back on their feet. For some of you, I feel like that's happening. But for others of you, it's just kind of like you're helping people get out of a mental restriction so that they can move freer through life. And that comes from seeing their situation differently, right? You help people see their situation differently. And you help people see that there are always solutions. Even for the smallest problems, there is a solution, okay? So that's all I have for you today, Group 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Group 4.